Gervonta Davis will be taking on Lamont the Reaper Roach March 1st, 2025 at the Barclays Center in New York. Let's talk about it. Who is Lamont the Reaper Roach? Lamont the Reaper Roach won the WBA Super Featherweight Championship in November of 2023. He's the featherweight champion. He's got a record of 25, 1, and 10 by way of knockout. He's got a knockout percentage of around 38%. His alias is the Reaper. His age is 29. He's got a height of 5 feet 7 inches, and he's got a reach of 68 inches, and his boxing stance is orthodox. He's ranked number 5 with ESPN. However, and you can correct me on this if you find evidence of it, he's not even ranked in the top 15 by the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF. So, I don't know what that's telling you. And, I'm wondering, how did he get the opportunity to fight for the WBA lightweight championship? But again, it's not up to me. It's up to the people that promote these fights. Let's talk about Gervonta Davis. Davis got a record of 30-0-28 way by knockout. He's got a knockout percentage rate of around 90 to 95%. And that's very impressive. His height is 5 feet 5 inches. He's got a reach of 65 and a half, and his boxing stance is southpaw. So, can Lamont beat Gervonta Davis? We don't know that until fighters get in the ring. And you know what? And sometimes the no-names be the one that come out on top. So Gervonta Davis is a superstar. He's very athletic. He's probably the hardest hitter in the lightweight division, and he beat some of the who's who in boxing like Ryan Garcia, Mario Barris, Leo Santa Cruz, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Rolando Romero, Gambino, and also Frank Martin, to name a few. So, do Lamont Roach have a chance? All fighters have a fighter's chance. We know this. But I think that the fight that should have happened, that I personally wanted to see happen, was see him fight either Lomachenko at 36 years of age. I know he's getting up there. Or Shakur Stevenson. Now, people be talking about Shakur Stevenson, oh, he runs, and he this, he that. And if you're a boxing purist, you'll know Shakur Stevenson isn't running. That's just his style. And to me, if you can box without getting hit, isn't that the way to go? I see, some boxers get in there and they bang it up, rock 'em, sock 'em. Yeah, that's good. But you know what? Floyd Mayweather's father told him that you'll last longer if you have more of a defense other than, taking a lot of blows. And Mayweather took that to heart, and that's why Mayweather's career lasted as long as it did, because when you get in there taking all those shots, that's not good for you long term, and especially when you decide to retire. You start having all kind of issues. So my question is, shouldn't it have been like Shakur Stevenson or Lomachenko? Lomachenko, is unbelievable. He's like an artist in the ring. He's got the footwork. He's got the great hand movement combinations and stuff. I thought that would be the fight to have. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Lamont Roach. He's a solid fighter, but is he on the level of Gervonta Davis? I'm going to have to say no. And when I looked at that press conference, Gervonta Davis was just going through the motion. He know that he's going to knock this guy out. And I think that he's probably going to knock Roach out. Probably, I want to say 7th, 8th round. So it remains to be seen. Again, he's a solid fighter, but if you look at some of his other fights, he's okay. He's all right. Nothing to write home about. He looks big in that. He looks like, I guess after the weigh-in, they don't have a weight clause after the weigh-in. I think he might come in a little bit bigger because he's like 2 inches taller than Tank. So that can help him in that sense. But Tank just got too many tools in the toolbox, and I don't think that. And I watched some of Lamont past fights, and he okay. He's not on the level of Gervonta Davis, in my opinion. But, we won't know until they get in the ring and they start mixing it up. But what do you think? Do you think that Lamont Roach Jr. is on the level of a Gervonta Davis? Or do you think Gervonta Davis should have fought Shakur Stevenson or Vasily Lomachenko? Those are the fights we want to see. And you don't want to wait till Lomachenko get 38, 40 years of age, and then knock him out or beat him. I want to see Lomachenko in somewhat of his prime because he's still a great fighter, but is Lomachenko still in his prime? Probably not, but still, I want to see that happen now. Don't wait till the man get in his 40s and then you beat him because then, it takes some of the luster off of it. And then what about Teofimo Lopez? I saw him on the interview, and the guy asked him, who are the 3 fighters he would like to face? He named Gervonta Davis, and I think, Davis isn't moving up in weight, and I don't think Tio is moving back down, so I don't think that's going to happen. Then he named Jerron Ennis Boots. Now, that's an interesting fight. I would like to see that one because Teofimo, say what you want to say about him, he hits really hard in there. He's got this sweep and, whatever you do, and that just keeps you off him. And Tio, he doesn't have the greatest footwork like a Jerron Ennis, but I think that that would be an interesting fight. Jerron Ennis, the IBF champion, against Teofimo Lopez. That would really be good. I would say Mario Barris too, but Barris didn't look too good in his last outing. He looked really slow in there. It looked like it's probably time to hang it up. But that would be an interesting fight, Teofimo Lopez against a Jerron Ennis. And I think, Jerron Ennis is quick, great, everything. Footwork, everything. However, I think that Teofimo Lopez would give him a run for his money. So that's an interesting fight. Then he said he would like to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. And I'm going to have to tell you, Tio, take him off your list. You're not going to beat Terrence Bud Crawford. Crawford is just a gifted fighter. He's a solid champion. You're not going to beat him. Stick to Jerron Ennis because you're not going to beat Terrence Bud Crawford. And I'm going to go a step further. Jerron Ennis won't beat Terrence Bud Crawford. Even though he's a gifted fighter too, but he's not on the same level as a Terrence Bud Crawford. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Again, this is Kay, back at it with a new video. Take care, guys.